Hello everyone, my name is Mikias and this is the Marvelous Math channel. Welcome to another video about R, and we are going to keep talking about loops. And in this video we are going to talk about while. So we use while when, or one of the reasons to use while is when we don't know the number of repetitions we are going to do. So, for example, here I have a list of numbers, and but it could be any list of numbers. It could be a different list, and I would want to find 3 odd numbers in a list of numbers. So if I don't know the list, I don't know how many times I will have to run the loop to find 3 odd numbers. So I need to let this open, and that's when while comes to be very handy. So how we use it? So we write while and then we open parentheses, and inside the parentheses we give our condition. So let's declare a variable here called count odd numbers. And it's let's start it as being 0, and then while count odd numbers is less than 3, we run the loop, and then we need to test if the numbers in the list are odd or not. But for that we need another counter to go through the list. So this one we will call I, and then we declare here I receive 0, and then every time we run the loop we need to increase the number of I, because we want to go through the list of numbers. So we say I receives I plus 1, and then now we can go through the list. So if list of numbers index I reminder, and then we use this to say we want the reminder of the division. If it's different of 0, then we have found an odd number, so we increase or count odd numbers with 1. Oops. So count odd numbers, receive count odd numbers plus 1. And then let's say how many times we have run the loop. So number of repetitions, and then that's I, and the other is the number of odds found. And remember that we want to stop once we found 3 odd numbers. So let's see if that works. So we have repeated 5 times, and we found 3 odd numbers. So we see that the first is an odd number, the second is not, the third is not, the fourth is an odd number, and then finally 9 is an odd number as well. So here we found 3 odd numbers among the 5 numbers. But let's say we have no odd numbers. Let's see what happened. So all all the numbers are even. Let's just leave one odd number and let's run again. Okay. Okay, and that's the problem here, is that we just, the only condition to stop was when I found 3 odd numbers, but I also should give another condition to stop, that is when I get to the end of the list, because differently of for, it doesn't with for we make sure that we are limiting our number of loops, but with while we need to be careful and make sure that we are giving a condition that will be met, otherwise we will have an infinite number of loops. And in this case the error was because I was running through the list and then I got to an index greater than the list and it gave me an error. So let's see. I is the variable that's counting the number of repetitions, so I should be less or equal than the length of my list of numbers. And now we should not see any error. Okay, we still have an error. We still have an error because we are saying that I can be equal to the length of the list of numbers, but then after I go through this condition, I increase I in 1, and then now it's greater than the length, so it's getting out of the limits. Now it will work fine. And then we have run the repetition 11 times, and we found just 2 odd numbers that are the 2 7s here and here. So let's see, for example, what happened if we have an while that, let's just put here true, and then we run print infinite loop. Let's try it out and see what happened. So the computer is running, and then at some point our error might happen, but we never know why, so I'm going to stop this. And that's just to make the point that it's important to give a condition that will be met inside the loop at some point. Otherwise you will have an infinite loop, and you really don't want to do that, because you can make the computer run out of memory or something like that, and it can get very complicated. So keep that in mind, that you need to always use a condition that will be met at some point. So that's all for this video. On the next video we are going to practice using loops to find a prime number. So check out the next video, and if you like it, give your like and subscribe to the channel. So I see you in the next video. Bye.